Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'm a win.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 39. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2-yard line. Tua now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff here to his running back. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 3rd and
a big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's by 4.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Oh, the jet sweep to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
2 yards to go.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will have a Patriots 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Odell Beckham.
6-0 our score after 1.
First quarter with the score Dolphins 6, Patriots nothing.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Back to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish.
He's got daylight. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Patriots.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He was looking for Parker that time, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 24-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Tua to throw again. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for circle around, twice for the
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown, New England.
From 6 yards away. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Justin Rohrwasser for the...
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots to... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
The extra point.
I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Tua. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short and shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Their own 24-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tua with a throw complete to Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's caught by Parker. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Up 2nd and goal.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Circle around twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. On the draw, it's Harris. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown.
Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then of course by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll make it third down.
And 12 yards to go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 2nd down, Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Tua. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. finding Harris over the middle. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play.
Touchdown, I just scored a home. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't shake. Play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
She right got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You was built like that.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash,